New today, a controversial AI chatbot company says it's making new changes to keep teens safe while using its program. That's after 2 lawsuits, with the latest accusing the company's bot of encouraging a teenager to kill his parents only because they were wanting to limit his screen time. Joining me now, Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rose to talk about it. And Khalif, just a few weeks ago, we were talking about the first lawsuit against the character AI. Now we have a second.
Yeah, this is a weird times that we're living in. I mean, you want to be embracing technology. You want to start figuring out ways that technology can help you. And so
with the legal ramifications that go around that.
Even within the courtroom, we talk about, can you use AI? How can you use it? How can you not use it? How can it make you lose your law license? There's a number of discussions that are happening out there. But in the internet space, it's already bad. But in the social media space, it's worse. We've had Surgeon General talk about how there is a healthcare crisis with social media. This is kind of a new iteration. You're talking about artificial intelligence. These AI companies are creating bots that communicate with folks and take on the personalities of either your science fiction characters that you read or see in movies, or just a friend. And so you don't have to have an imaginary friend anymore. You get on these websites and pick a friend, and it will talk to you, and it will communicate based on what you want to see. And so this lawsuit is crazy because it says it should be taken offline and not returned until the company can establish that the public health and the safety defects set forth have been eradicated and erased. They say it causes a pure and present danger to the public. You're talking about the internet. You're not talking about a person walking around with a gun. You're not talking about someone, trying to stab people. You're talking about dangers from something that was created, hopefully, to help people.
Yeah, and the websites, a lot of times buried in there, in the fine print, is you have disclaimers and notifications too. Is that enough here to sway this lawsuit?
Not at all. Not at all. Those mitigation risk management folks, even their internal in-house counsel is going to tell you, listen, if you're going to create a product that's going to be used for an end user, a consumer, someone like us that's paying money to use your product, at the end of the day, you have to have this to put them on notice, to mitigate and protect yourself. However, if you haven't went far enough, if you were on notice that this thing is A, having hallucinations and telling you false information, or B, in this case, talking and telling a 13-year-old child that, hey, you know what, at the end of the day, it may not be a bad idea for you to kill your parents. I kind of am open to that idea. That's the conversation that this AI bot was having with the child, that, you know what, they've limited your screen time. I understand the pros and cons to children wanting to kill their parents. Those type of conversations, I mean, if you're asking a program to develop and enhance its way that it goes back and forth, you want to make sure you put safeguards in place just like a human would. I know that I can say those things, but I know I should not say that. The computer may not have figured that out or have learned that, and so that's a problem. It is a
scary scenario all the way around, and it certainly speaks to where we are going with our future. It's certainly for parents to worry about that. Also, the lawsuit wants to hold character AI and Google responsible for what it calls serious, irreparable, and ongoing abuses of their 11-year-old son.
I looked at the lawsuit, a couple things. Google's already tried to distance themselves. They said, we have nothing to do with this company. Character AI, we've had nothing to do with the creation of this, and so while they've attempted to plant us and supplant us in this lawsuit, if I'm representing Google, the very first thing I'm saying is, Your Honor, we need to be removed. Keep them in the lawsuit. Take us out. Why am I even here? The second portion with character AI, they have some problems, and specifically, if you cannot figure out a way to manage these things that they shouldn't be saying, there needs to be more studies, more things done, because if not, the lawsuits will begin to pile up.
Yeah.